I start this video, I just want to let any companies out there know that your boy is up for sale, okay? I see out there spending billions of dollars, and I could use some of that money, all right? Times is hard. Help a brother out. Hit me in my DMs. Holla at me. We can make it work. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J-Man, back checking in with the people, back with another video. And if you thought that the gaming news was going to be dry in the beginning of the year, boy, were you wrong. And I'm including myself, because no way in hell did I think the gaming industry would be spending this many billions of dollars on acquiring studios in all of January. In all of January, from Take-Two purchasing Zynga to Xbox purchasing Activision Blizzard, and now we have PlayStation who has purchased Bungie. Yes, Bungie, the makers and creators of Halo. Bungie, the makers and creators of the ongoing Destiny. That Bungie, the Bungie that was synonymous with Xbox back in the day, is now under the PlayStation umbrella. You see how that worked? You had Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, who were synonymous with PlayStation back in the day, now under the Xbox umbrella. Things are getting crazy, all twisted turds, all wild. That's what's going to happen when these companies start buying these studios up to get games under their umbrella. But I thought this purchase, and especially after I broke down some of these articles and did some reading, was a very interesting and turning of the page for PlayStation because of how they're handling this purchase and what they plan on doing for the future with this purchase. So I did want to go over the articles. I did want to break down some quotes. A lot to read. I'll link about 3 or 4 articles in the description, because it's very important to, I think, go over those and figure out where this acquisition is headed. So I'm gonna start with the PlayStation blog and the quote from Jim Ryan himself, the man himself, Jim Ryan, who states, "Today, I am happy to announce Bungie will be joining the PlayStation family. First off, I want to be very clear to the community that Bungie will remain an independent and multi-platform studio and publisher." Woo, very important quote right there. As such, we believe it makes sense for it to sit alongside the PlayStation Studios organization, and we are incredibly excited about the opportunities for synergies and collaboration between these two world-class groups. I've spent a lot of time with Pete Parsons, Jason Jones, and the Bungie management team to develop the right relationships where they will be fully backed and supported by Sony Interactive Entertainment and able to do what they do best: build incredible worlds that captivate millions of people. Bungie's world-class expertise in multi-platform development and live game service will help us deliver on our vision, expanding PlayStation to hundreds and millions of gamers. Bungie is a great innovator and has developed incredible proprietary tools that will help PlayStation Studios achieve new heights under Herman Hulst's leadership. Wow. We gonna stop right there, because boy, is that a lot to unpack. When I first saw this deal go down, I said, damn, Destiny and future Bungie games are about to become exclusive to the PlayStation platform. That's what everybody expects. When PlayStation buys somebody, those games are going to become exclusive. But if you're reading this quote like I did, and if you were to take it for face value, it seems as if Bungie, who will remain independent and a multi-platform studio, will continue to bring not only Destiny, but their future IPs to other platforms. Now, I had a debate with a few people on the timeline. Many people think multi-platform could mean PC and PS5. That is correct. That is technically multi-platform. But the wording of this article, and as well as a couple other articles that I'm gonna get into, makes me think that this is more about what Bungie can offer PlayStation on the profit end, and also how they want to get into live service gaming in the future, than it is about keeping these games exclusive to their platform. So I want to continue, and I also want to read the quote from Bungie just to give it a little bit more context. So Pete Parsons, the CEO of Bungie, states, "We believe games have limitless potential, and that to do anything worthwhile in entertainment, we must bet big on our vision, on our studio, and our incredible team of trusted creators who build unforgettable worlds that truly matter to people. In Sony, we have found a partner who unconditionally supports us in all we are and who we want to accelerate our vision to create generation-spanning entertainment, all while preserving the creative independence that beats Bungie's heart. Like us, Sony believes that game worlds are only the beginning of what our IPs can become. Together, we share a dream of creating and fostering iconic franchises that unite friends around the world, families across generations, and fans across multiple platforms and entertainment mediums. Today, Bungie begins our journey to become a global multimedia entertainment company. Again, a lot to unpack there. So, Bungie themselves, again, are stating that PlayStation is a partner who unconditionally supports them on their vision. That vision being creating these worlds, creating these games, and also creating media that can reach people across the world, families, people of other different type of interest. This to me sounds like Bungie is not only looking to build more games similar to Destiny, because you want to get those games that people can interact with across years like they did with Destiny and the expansions, but they also are looking to bring their IPs to other medium platforms. So we're talking maybe movies, TV shows, things like that. Sony's already in that field. We got the Uncharted movie coming out. We got the Last of Us TV series being filmed as we speak. Twisted Metal, they're talking about. Ghost of Tsushima, they're talking about bringing to the big screen. So it's like all of these different things that PlayStation is doing, I see Bungie trying to be that type of company. Now, what I thought was a very interesting thing that I found is Bungie, even though they only have one IP right now, which is Destiny, they consist of 900 employees. A lot of people probably don't even know that just because they only have one game. They have 900 employees with the backing of Sony. And also, a lot of people forget too, a few years back, they also had a big deal that they did with the Chinese group NetEase, where they fostered $100 million of an investment from them to help expand the gaming company and studio to build bigger and better games. So what I think PlayStation is looking at Bungie as is to become this conglomerate that is going to consist of multiple of these games as a service, if you will. Destiny is just the start. They already are working on a new IP that's probably going to be similar to Destiny in terms of it being live service. And then with the backing of PlayStation, they're probably going to get another game like that. So they're going to consist of multiple games. And where PlayStation is going to benefit is that they will probably end up having first come, first serve access to these content DLC type of things to make it more enticing for people to buy on PlayStation or to buy a PlayStation platform to get this game. Because they know that content is coming first, you know what I'm saying? So it continues to be that system seller, as well as PlayStation also will be profiting from this because they now have purchased Bungie, and so they want Bungie to become, and Bungie themselves want them to become this big conglomerate, not just these exclusive games where you can only get them there. They look at Bungie as something that can expand across different mediums with movies and TV shows as well. So that falls into that lane with PlayStation, as well as live service games. Bungie, of course, has damn near 10 years of this experience, going back to actually more than 10 years, because say what you want, but those Halo games were technically live service, where they're giving you content throughout the lifespan of the game to keep you coming back. Just now today, it's a little bit more broken down and a little bit more nuanced in how they treat the live service. So with Destiny, they've been going since 2013, almost 10 years now. They have that experience, and PlayStation wants to get into that live service, which scares a lot of people. But for me, I see it as an opportunity for more multiplayer games. Now, that can come with crummy business practices, as we've seen from these live service games. But like, if anybody, I think PlayStation is not one people need to worry about where all their games are going to become live service. They know that the single player is their bread and butter in terms of what people come to them for. I don't think they're going to compromise that for live service games, which have a bad rap to them, which is why I think they want to partner with somebody like a Bungie who has a long history with that. Did they need to spend $8 billion on them to get that? I feel like that's a play for the long run. I feel like they might have overpaid today. Many people might feel like they overpaid today And I kind of feel like that too. They might have overpaid today for the potential what Bungie can become tomorrow. Like a Minecraft, you know what I'm saying? When Microsoft first bought Minecraft and Mojang, people were like $2 billion. What? Now you look at it today, you're like, yeah, they got a steal with that deal. And that's what I think PlayStation is looking at Bungie as, is that type of investment where in the future people are going to look back like Bungie creates this game. They have this franchise, this movie, this TV series, this book, you know, things like all across the freaking spectrum of content. So, you know, it's just an interesting time with this, and the game's not being exclusive. Wow, can we talk about that real quick? A lot of people expected PlayStation to keep these games exclusive, but as I say, these articles continue to speak the language of these games are not going to be exclusive. They're going to continue to be multi-platform, and I feel like that includes an Xbox, even a PC, even a mobile. I feel like that includes that because I think this is PlayStation dipping their toe even further into that lane. So there's another quote from an article from Game Industry Biz that I wanted to read just to further solidify my belief in these games continuing to be multi-platform. And this is with Jim Ryan, and he also states that the first thing to say unequivocally is that Bungie will stay an independent multi-platform studio and publisher. Pete Parsons and I have spoken about many things over recent months, and this was one of the first and actually easiest and most straightforward conclusions we reached together. Everybody wants the extremely large Destiny 2 community, whatever platform they're on, to be able to continue to enjoy their Destiny 2 experiences. And that approach will apply to future Bungie releases. That is unequivocal. And this is not only Bungie saying it, this is Jim Ryan saying it. Now, I was on Twitter and I talked about how this kind of sounds like Bethesda when they first came out and said, you know, they want to continue to create games and bring them to gamers no matter what platform they're on and stuff like that. But then Phil Spencer came out and said it's going to be a case-by-case basis. First, Bungie says, you know, we want to keep our games at the communities where they are, and the future games we're going to bring a multi-platform to where gamers are. And then Jim Ryan doubles down on that. You see the difference there? One has the studio saying one thing or the publisher saying one thing, and the CEO, you know, kind of clearing it up. This has the studio saying one thing with Bungie, and Jim Ryan, the CEO, doubling down on what they're saying. That's the big difference there with Bungie games remaining multi-platform on where they are and continuing in that way. So, yes, people. These games are going to stay multi-platform, including Xbox. I just think this was a crazy deal in terms of wow factor. I didn't see this one coming. As a gamer, I don't really play Destiny, and I don't plan on playing Destiny. But hopefully, maybe Bungie's future game interests me. And no matter what platform it comes on, if PlayStation is gonna get the exclusive deals, as far as first come first serve with the content and shit like that, then that's where I'll be. That's where I'll be. The decision is easy. But I just hope that it's a game that I actually enjoy over time, you know, especially since it'll probably be a live service game. But other than that, you know, with the deal with Destiny, you know, I guess it's good for PlayStation because they got a big giant that they can profit from in the future. And who knows? Maybe they can use it as a bargaining chip in the future with Call of Duty. As far as Microsoft, you know, maybe trying to pull Call of Duty off the platform. Maybe they're like, yo, you do that, we pulling Destiny and future Bungie games off the platforms. You know what I'm saying? So very interesting times. Jim Ryan talks about it not being a response, but these kind of things I think industry people hear about earlier than we do. So they probably had an inkling on Microsoft trying to buy up some big AAA publishers and developers. So they probably knew what was going on. But man, I feel like PlayStation talk about they're not done. We don't know what's going to be next. A lot of people speculate Square Enix or Take-Two. I highly doubt those, but I didn't highly doubt Bungie. It just kind of came out of nowhere. So crazy times. But get in the comments section, man. Let me know what you guys think about this PlayStation and Bungie deal, about Bungie games remaining multi-platform, PlayStation's interest in live service games. Are you concerned about hearing that? And just about how much money they spent on the deal, it being $3.8 billion. Like, That is insane. $3.6 billion, excuse me. Might as well be 3.8, but crazy, crazy times. Get in the comment section, rate the video, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll catch y'all on my next video. Peace.